Hi, welcome to another Power Blast podcast. All right, in a little bit, I'm going to switch over to Skype. I have my buddy David Eubanks on the line here, and he's going to share with us the guy's a commercial pilot for Continental United, flies all over the world, and does a boatload of Beachbody workout programs, stays in great shape, and I'm just going to have him tell his story. He's going to give some amazing tips for many of you who travel out there, or if you're on a flight crew, you're going to get some great stuff. So let's get to it. I wanted David to share with us a little bit on how he does Beachbody workouts and keeps in shape, and being with United, Continental, flying commercial airlines, and there's some restrictions there, or limitations, I guess, as to what he can and can't do, but still phenomenal shape, does lots of different things, and, I'm going to turn it over and welcome you, David. Thanks so much for coming on here, and what do you have to share for us here?
Well, Perry, thank you very much. I'm very honored to have you as a guest on your podcast. I watch it weekly. It inspires me. It teaches me things every week. So thank you very much for having me on. Just wanted to say to all the folks out there that, Perry, you continue to educate us on this journey. As an airline crew member, it is tough to sometimes set aside time during the day to exercise. Sometimes we don't get much time in the hotel room. Sometimes we get 30 hours in the hotel room. And it's a choice that we all make, as you have mentioned. It's something that we have to set aside time to say, I'm doing this to better my body. And whether it's P90X with the resistance bands in the hotel room. Some hotels have pretty good gyms with free weights, but very few gyms have everything that you want. Usually it's a treadmill and a stair stepper or something like that. But the hotel room is usually always big enough to do Insanity or to do something like any of the Beachbody workouts, except for maybe the Les Mills. You really need free weights. But protein, the Shakeology, I had one today. It's amazing. Supplement to have in the hotel room. You're getting great ingredients, and you know it's there and available. You can take that through customs in any of the countries, and when they ask what it is, you say it's protein, and they know immediately, and they let you go. Or any of the supplements, whether it's vitamins, they have no problem having you take that. But working out on the road, it's a challenge. You have to try and set aside time. If you only have 10 hours in the hotel, you can easily set aside 30 minutes to do a workout.
Yeah, no doubt. Well, that's really, that's really some really cool things. And so, what workout programs have you done? You do some of the workouts at home, but what have you done in the past few years, and when did you start, and what have your results been like?
Well, I started with P90X. Years ago, I had done nothing but run. And flying with other guys, they would say, well, what are you doing to keep in shape? I'd say, well, I'm running. They'd say, well, you need to do something else because your knees eventually are going to give out on you. So my wife gave me the idea of P90X. We ordered that, and I went through that about 4 times. And then after that, it was Insanity. And then after that was P90X2 with you, Perry. And now we're both doing the Les Mills program.
Wow. Now, P90X2, on the road?
On the road, absolutely. It's an amazing program. But, Insanity, I really love that program. It's perfect for the hotel room. Yeah. You don't need anything but, shorts and shoes and socks, and you're ready to go to town.
Wow. So, and you're not a young guy. It's not like you're in your 20s.
No, and a lot of people will look at me and they'll say, well, they'll see that I'm in shape and they'll hear me talk about the workout programs and they'll get this puzzled look on their face and they say, well, wait a minute, how old are you again? I'd say, well, I hate to talk about it, but I'm over 61. I turned 61 in March.
Wow.
And so and it boils down to working out, doing something physical for your body to keep it in shape. You got to do that. I'm convinced.
That's amazing. I mean, you don't hear too many 61-year-olds touting insanity, and so that's just impressive in its own way. And then to not only do that, but to keep that up on the road. I mean, you've got a demanding job. You got to focus. You got to have the energy. It would be very easy to, in my estimation, you're sitting there for long periods of time to just mindlessly munch on other things and to probably, drink a lot of caffeinated sodas and stuff like that. Was that a thing of the past, or something that you had done, or you always embraced in eating healthy?
I think that was a change when I started P90X. I started noticing that there are more healthy ways to live, and soda was one of the things I did away with about 5 years ago, and I haven't missed it at all. I notice a lot of the guys on the flight, they'll drink the diet drinks, and that's just empty mind. If you're going to put something in your body, you might as well make it water or something, as healthy as that.
Now let's talk about, some of the people out there may be flight attendants, flight crews, etc. So people are traveling country to country, and there's a lot of unhealthy options, free options and things for as far as food goes and stuff. But those people, I've even had some flight attendants say, I travel all the time, I just don't have time. It's just these grueling hours. What's your suggestion to what do you say to those people?
I think it boils down to every time you sit down to a menu, you have to ask yourself, what on this menu is healthy? And if you're in the hotel room, like I mentioned before, I've got the Shakeology and shaker in my bag. It's easy with the little snack baggies to put one scoop and bring a Shakeology scoop with you, and just you put 4 of those in a bag, and you've got 4 days worth of Shakeology very easily. But when you get in a restaurant or at a menu, you look at what the appetizers are, and you say, is this healthy? You ask yourself. They always have a salad. They always have a baked potato. Just don't load it up. You can always ask them, leave the meat off. Could you grill the meat? Could you saute the vegetables? Many times, though, they are willing to make you happy if you ask for something, and they can do it for you. Can you saute some vegetables for me? I know it's not on the menu. And many times they'll have steamed veggies as a side to something else. You can ask for an extra loading of steamed veggies. They're willing to go, to work with you usually.
Yeah, that's great advice. And and as we were talking, I'm just thinking to the people that it's like, yeah, the eating part, it's very easy to mindlessly eat on things that work against you, not only from a weight standpoint, but from an energy standpoint. And then you've got that, then it's kind of, you don't feel like working out. You feel burned out and exhausted after these long hours. But by fueling your body right, and then actually starting in on the workouts, I mean, I think you're right. I mean, you can make the time, and once you start doing that, you're going to find your energy is going to reverse. That's just going to flip, and you almost want to. I'm guessing you almost want to, when am I going to work out, and look forward to your workouts each day. Am I right?
That's correct. Many times, if we have a flight that, for example, if it's all night long, and then we get to the hotel at 6 a.m. We're just exhausted. We want to get a nap or something. So you've got a couple of options at that point. You can stay up and work out very lightly and do just a light workout, then go to sleep, and then get up a little bit later after about, let's say, 4 to 5 hours. Make yourself get up, do another light workout, which will complement the first workout, and then you're ready for bed and working the next day. Another thing to do is get that rest in the beginning, then get up and do a full workout. Both have worked for me in the past. But again, it's unless I only have like 9 hours on the ground and then I'm in the hotel for 8 hours, you have to make a decision. Does my body need the rest? Is that more important than getting a simple 30-minute workout? And sometimes you actually sleep better for a shorter period of time by working out that 30 minutes, and then you sleep much more soundly, you don't toss and turn, and then you get up.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And this would probably be a nice, not plug, but a nice thing that people can plug into is the 10-minute trainer workout. I know that I don't know if you have it, but that pops into my head because it's all resistance, it's resistance bands. They're short 10-minute workouts that you can bundle 1, 2, 3 in a row if you want. But if you are in that short bind, you can get a really great workout, 10 minutes, and you don't need a lot of space. It does give you everything you need, and it packs into that suitcase. I mean, you're limited on the amount of stuff that you can take with you, right? What can you do with it?
That's correct. Yeah, I have, the one roller bag. So, you've got your workout clothes, you've got street clothes, and you've got, a resistance band or two, the light one and maybe a heavy duty one. And then that's pretty much it. It's so you are limited, and hopefully you're not on the road for more than 5 days. But, you just have to, pack smartly. And then, you've got the book bag that has all the maps and charts in it, and then maybe a computer bag.
And I should tell people out there that right now you are in our 90-day challenge group with us doing Les Mills Pump, and that is a workout program. That is a workout program that does have a barbell and weights, and I have traveled with that. But it heavies things up, and if you're a flight crew, you are not going to be able to do that one, bringing the equipment as designed. But you can bring the DVDs, bring the laptop, and then go in and grab the free weights, like David said, assuming that you can get the free weights. And if the free weights aren't there, then you've got the option to, if you've got Insanity, you do the cardio. Or if you've got the bonus DVDs in Les Mills Pump, you can do the cardio workouts there, on an off day. Or, some other resistance type of workout if you got resistance bands, right? Is that about what you do?
And Perry, what I do with Les Mills on the road is I've been very fortunate. The hotels I've been in have had the dumbbells. So not the barbells, but the dumbbells. So the lunges are down to the side. And when I, any of the other workouts in the Les Mills program is very easy to do with dumbbells. So it has worked out for me on the road with this program.
Excellent. Well, and the program's so much fun.
I was down in the gym this morning doing Les Mills Pump Extreme, and I had some problems with sharing dumbbells with other people in the room. But, if I couldn't get the 20s, I went to the 25s, and I exhausted a little bit more quickly than I wanted to. And then I went to the 10s, and they weren't there, and so I used the 15s, so you improvise, but you're getting a workout, and that's the main important thing.
That is. You can constantly keep improving yourself. David, I appreciate you so much coming on and sharing these tips for people. Is there any other words of wisdom for flight crews or anything like that for people just wanting to get started or anything like that, or questioning whether they can do this during travel?
Perry, a good friend of mine said it's never too late. And I would like to recommend to those people out there to keep that in mind. Keep pushing play, and it's never too late, and listen to Perry.
Oh, man. I love that. Man, I should just let it close right there. Just like David said. Remember? It's never too late. We'll see you next week.